Distant Calling, the new event in King of Avalon. This miniseries is going to focus on what the event actually is, how to participate in it, what you need to do, as well as what are the challenges and things like that, right from beginning through to end. We're going to start off with today's episode, which is going to be breaking down the event itself for you, and then in the further episodes, we'll be talking about section by section how the game itself or how the event itself is actually going to be run. Let's go and have a look at today's episode. Hey guys, Pokemon here, bringing you a new video series on the event Distant Calling. We're going to break this video up over several videos so that it's easier for you guys to absorb in bite-sized chunks sort of thing, starting off with today's episode where we're going to discuss the event itself, what it looks like, what is entailed in the event, and what you can look forward to. In the future videos, we'll be discussing section by section what it is you need to be doing to progress forward and then eventually achieve victory at the end of the day. Right, so we're going to start off by looking at the letter that came out to the people who beta tested this event. Now, obviously, this letter is catered towards the beta testers, but we're going to go through it anyway and see what we can learn from it for the event coming up. So let's have a quick look. So it starts off by telling us the official season map gameplay will last about 2 months. So we know that this event is going to be a 2-month long event. You can kind of think of the event like Dominion, where you start off with a small territory and you got to build towers and advance, and you got to move towards castles, take over castles, and eventually work your way forward to a central point, to Avalon per se, to take that over and become the overall ruler. One big difference being this is 2 months and it's done. Okay, so what we can see from this letter, number one, the construction time of Alliance buildings in the season map is greatly shortened. There will be construction that happens in the game. Like I said, you're going to start up with a small area. You're going to be able to build a fortress and build towers, and you got to work towards a goal. From what we've seen in the beta test, it is limited to 3 fortresses and I think 300 towers in the kingdom. But I'll show you how that works a little bit later. Number 2, the number of defenders in the season map for buildings, walls, gates, castles, etc. is reduced and the difficulty lowered and the occupation time shortened. So, like with Dominion, where you wanted to take a castle, for example, you had to actually battle the monsters within the castle, defeat them, and then you had to hold the castle for a certain amount of time. Or like with Avalon, where you do during KVK, for example, you take a castle, you got to hold it for 8 hours. Similar in concept. You've got to defeat who's holding the castle, the monsters that are holding the castle, and then you've got to hold it for a certain amount of time to capture that building, that resource. The duration of all events in the season map is greatly shortened. Okay, that's fine. The point requirements for all events in the season map are greatly reduced. You need, like with building towers in your normal kingdom, you need resources to build it, but it's not the same. You actually utilize crystals that you obtain in a similar fashion to what you would in your normal King of Avalon game. By capturing territory, you capture these little crystal mines, and those will give you the resources you need to purchase towers and that sort of thing. So obviously it was shortened because they took a 2-month event and pushed it down into a 7-day period so that the beta testers could test it out. And it's a good thing they did, because there were a lot of problems in the beta test that hopefully have been resolved now for the actual main event. The rewards for all events in the season map are specially designed for the beta tests, and the rewards in the official launch will be different. Now, I can show you some of the rewards, which we'll do in this video, but as I said, it is different. But the rewards were kind of akin to when you're doing the Kingdom Raid event, and you would get, you had to do the Spire event for the day, for example, or train troops for the day, or hunt monsters. Those sorts of rewards you got, like the Sanguine Gems and that sort of thing, it was basically the same as that. Capturing the castles also gave you rewards, but they weren't anything as what we were used to from Dominion. But we don't know what's coming in the main game. We'll have to wait and see what those rewards are, but there will be rewards for each step of your progress. In a season map, the cooldown time of joining new alliance is greatly shortened, and the cooldown time for re-entering the season map after return to the original kingdom is greatly shortened. When you are in your main game, you'll be able to teleport to this map. Think of it in that regard kind of like Netherfall or Firelands, where your castle goes to a new area, okay, a totally new area, a new map, and you have to meet certain requirements. One of which is that you can't teleport for 24 hours once you've done it. So let's say, for example, I'm inside this seasonal map. My castle will actually move from my kingdom to the seasonal map kingdom. And once I go from there back to the kingdom, it will go out of the seasonal map and go into the actual kingdom again. Now, when you do that, you have a 24-hour period of cooldown. So if you go from the seasonal map to your kingdom, you're going to have to wait 24 hours minimum before you can go back. So there is going to be that cooldown period, and it's going to be very important, especially if you've got a lot of players who are trying to participate. The area where you're actually in is a little bit small, so it's difficult to get in and out sometimes if everybody's trying to get in at once. So you're going to hopefully start fluctuating a time a movement where at certain time there's so many people and it alternates. And you're going to want to try and stick to that, because you're not going to necessarily be able to get in if you don't. And if you to get in, you need these special kingdom teleports, which if you don't have, you'll have to spend gold. How you get those teleports right now, I'm not sure, but as I find that information, obviously you'll find it out as well, and we'll see. But like normal, it's a teleport or 2,000 gold. So you're going to try and restrict yourself as much as you can to teleporting in and out unnecessarily. Test exclusive battle protection buff for all the servers in the battle test. All the losses in battles, no matter in the origin kingdom or seasonal map, will be recovered at reset each day, including wounded soldiers in hospital, alliance hospital soldiers in sanctum, and slain soldiers. Now, in the beta test, that happened at reset every single day. Your troops were all healed. That will not be happening in the main game. Please be aware that will not happen in the main game. When you are busy playing the proper game, what happens in your kingdom, if the troops die, they die. If they die inside the game, inside the seasonal map, they die. If they get wounded, they are wounded. Please bear that in mind. This is not like Kingdom Raid, where you only lose certain percentage of your troops. This is not like Firelands or Netherfall, where all your troops come back. This is like KVK. What goes out there and dies for real. Please bear that in mind. Okay. That also being said, it's not the easiest thing for people to just attack you in the kingdom, in your seasonal map. It's got to get to a point of time when they can, and you've got to be in an available space for them to attack. But I will explain that to you a little bit later. Right, let's look at the second image that we've got. Now, this is the distant calling map that you will see when you tune in. Now, I wasn't part of the beta test, so I don't have this original footage myself. All these images that I'm going to be showing you in these videos come from English Tim's video on their actual distant calling beta test, and I will link to his original video in the description if you want to go watch the whole video. He's also a fantastic content creator, so please, if you like my King of Babylon content, have a look at his channel as well. Give him a follow, a subscription, see what he's got, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be happy with what you see there too. Right, so this map here shows you effectively what it is, and you'll see there at the top here is this little green dot, which was actually English Tim's kingdom. His kingdom came and landed over there, and there were two other kingdoms that he was participating with. Now, there are 4 spaces, so will there be 4 kingdoms? Probably. It depends, I think, on where your kingdom stands. Do you remember when they talked about the merger and the kingdoms had star levels? I don't think they're going to make this too full with too many high stars. If 4 kingdoms together give you a 4-star system, for example, they might put you in here. Or if you've got 3 kingdoms that give you a 4-star symbol, they might put 3 in there, that sort of thing. Not 100% certain, but this is how it works effectively. You're going to come in and you're going to have one of these 4 territories. And your main goal is to eventually get here to the center and take over the castle that is there in the center. Okay, now obviously along the way there are a lot of challenges, and you got these little white dividers which are actually walls in that, which I will show you now. But in a nutshell, this is what it is. You got 4 different players, like with, for example, you're playing a game of, what was it, Chinese checkers or something, where you got different players, or Ludo, and you got to work your way from the outside in, and you want to be the overall winner to the center. Right. Go moving on. This is what the walls look like. I just wanted to show you quickly over here. And there's English Term in the top corner. Hi, English Term. All right, so this is one of the walls. These are the walls that you're going to have to destroy to get to your goal at the end. But we'll come back to that. And again, with the future videos, I will be breaking all of this down into more concise and precise information for stage by stage, so that you know exactly what's going on. But here's an overall map showing you the area that you're going to be working with. Okay, so in this area, you'll see there's a top corner there, bottom corner over there, bottom corner there. This is where you're going to be coming in with your kingdom. These are the walls we're going to be discussing, and then the center is the castle you're going to be fighting for. Right. So I just made this little graphic for you to be able to see a little bit better and understand. Each of the orange circles is going to be where one of the kingdoms comes in at. They're going to land there, and they're going to progress their way forward to the center point. Each of the blue circles is going to be your main fighting area in the beginning, where you destroy walls, you beat monsters, you do barbarian rallies and things like that. And again, progressing your way further and further forward to get as close to the final castle as possible. Right, the next thing to show you is that you have got these square areas in the middle, which are different aspects to the game. Once you get through these 3 walls, this is where the main battles start to happen, in this yellow area here, followed by this green area here, and then obviously to the castle in the middle. This yellow area is where you can be attacked and you can attack. Everything behind this wall here and this wall here and this wall here backwards is a safe zone, sort of. Nobody can really attack you. But inside here, once you get past that wall, everything inside here is free to attack. And I will explain all of that again in one of the next videos in finer detail. These red crosses that you see here is the placement, or the rough placement, of where your kingdom will find its Merlin that you need to rescue. It's a case of break through 2 walls, save Merlin, break through the 3rd wall, and then go for the main castle. Again, explained in finer detail later. Each of these turquoise crosses over here represent a gate that you need to either block from somebody else getting to, or take over yourself to get through to get to the next section. This open area here, you just get through the 3 walls and you are here. Then to get to the green section, you've got to go through one of the gates on the far edge corner. So you've got to build your territory all the way to that gate to get in and capture that gate. Once you're through that gate, you're going to have another section open up over here in the green area, and then you've got 2 gates, one on either side over there, and you've got to come through one of those 2 gates to get to where the final castle is, and progress up to the final castle to capture the final castle. Along the way, once you come inside this yellow area and inwards, there are castles to capture. Each castle that you capture is going to reward you with ongoing benefits. Unlike with Dominion, where you capture the castle, and the first time you capture that castle, you get rewards, and that's pretty much it. This is ongoing. So you need to capture the castle and protect the castle, so that somebody doesn't come along and take the castle away from you. And you want to build up those points, because the way this game works at the end of the day is the kingdom with the most points is going to win. So you're going to come through your 3 walls, you're going to come through this area, come through one of the gates, you're going to work your way to the 2nd gate, and you're going to come through to the main area to capture the primary castle. Right. That is effectively distant calling in a nutshell. Something else to show you on the maps of distant calling are the level 41 to 45 monsters, as well as the up to level 45 barbarian camps, and the level 10 resource points. So any of you who have not managed to see what those are yet, because they were only available in the merger betas, will now be able to hopefully access this. Again, this was in the beta test for the event itself. Are these barbarian camps, monsters, and resource points going to be there in our proper version of the game? We don't know. All we can do is we can hold thumbs and we can hope that it is actually going to be there. Right, guys, that's going to be it for a nutshell in this video. Just wanted to give you a brief overview of what the event is and what your basics of it are. In the next video, we're going to start off with where you're going to land, what it is you need to do to progress yourself stage by stage, as well as what are the different challenges, so that you can know beforehand what to expect going forward. And that video will be launching today as well, so look forward to it. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe and the bell notification icon so that you can know as soon as the videos come live. And if you like this video and you're looking forward to the event, please hit the like button down below, drop a comment, let me know what you think and if you're excited. I'm personally excited because it's been a very long time since we've had something different and interesting to look forward to, and we get to do battles and we get to fight and we get to have a lot of fun with another event that is different. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Guys, until the next video later on today, be good, be well, and be safe. Bye.